Good morning! This is Seeker the Scuff coming to you live with Ace Attorney, or the Great Ace Attorney. Oh boy, I did not think we would get one more of these. I am really happy. In fact, I am quite over the moon. Ow. It's fine. But here we are, last stream for real this time, before we go on that big 1 week disappearance. I don't quite want to call it a break, because I'm going to be doing things, but this is the last time guys are gonna be seeing me for a while. So with that being said, let's hop right into it, shall we? Last time we were playing this game, we were on a boat, and we were accused of murdering our best friend, who, as it turns out, was the victim of a very unfortunate circumstance. Still murder, but not an intended one. And then we resolved ourselves to study for the next few months. Oh, hello, Noir. You actually are the first one today. Yeah, after solving the mystery of our friend's death, we resolved ourselves to study for the next few months in order to become a lawyer in England. Because if we didn't become a lawyer by the time we got to England, we'd probably be executed, if I had to guess. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I did not think I was going to be able to stream today. I thought yesterday was going to be the last one, but we managed to get one last one in. And I'm going to try to do this entire chapter in one go, because so far the chapters don't seem to be that long. Now this one could be. This could be Return to Form, having a traditional investigation period and a trial period. But it doesn't seem like this game's going to be going that way, at least not until the end. Oh, is this Herlock talking? I think it might be. Herlock, my beloved?
A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night.
No, that's not Herlock, unless he's putting on a voice. I mean, he could be. He is. Everyone here is literally portrayed by a voice actor.
To the crime itself. However,
Maybe this is the in-universe Watson?
at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such
Or perhaps
a
it's simply the narrator.
manner.
It's hard to tell,
My
really.
friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, okay, it is in-universe Watson. I don't know what his name is, though.
Perhaps that case was indeed the prelude. The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together.
Oh, it's someone who we're going to get to know. Yeah, this seems like it's going to be our in-universe Watson. Oh, and there we are.
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Oh, he does not sound at all like what I thought.
Station or not, I've never seen such an
Oh my god, that's why. Oh, they're British. Why? Why are they British?
And look at all the steam locomotives.
They're the most Japanese people to ever exist in this series. Why are they British?
Incredible.
I mean, I know they learn from British people. Like, they learn English from British people, so it makes sense. But oh my god, it's so unsettling. That's not at all how I imagined them.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of
Oh
Great-
god, oh I hate it. Oh my god.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you
Oh.
want to go.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm
In that
I'm
case,
freaking out.
Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure.
Did we arrange for this?
Visiting
No, we didn't.
students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay.
Oh, what is? Okay, never mind.
And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
I'm sorry. Is that what's that? What is that tower? I've noted many times previously that I'm not familiar with this particular period of history that much. But I don't think there's a big Eiffel Tower-esque structure in the middle of London. And I also know for certain that this particular room doesn't exist. So maybe this is just a weird oh no, the hiccups. Maybe this is a weird in-universe thing, eh? Maybe. Hmm. Hold on. Something just went on behind the scenes. What happened? What happened? Hold on. I'm so sorry about all this. What has happened? Huh? Okay, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. CQ is scuffing. Where's that screen? CQ is scuffing. CQ is scuffing. There it is. Okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, welcome back. No, oh wait, I can say welcome back, but I'm saying I should be the one welcoming back. Yep, sorry, it was nothing. It was nothing. I just saw something that I didn't really realize was going to be there. Anyways, strange building. Right, they're British now. I'm not going to give them British voices because I hate that. I really do. It makes sense. It makes 100% logical sense that the people who learned English from the English people would have the English accent. But they are also the most Japanese characters to ever exist in this series, and I don't like it. What an incredible place. It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. There are some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course, but they've only been built in the few short decades since we've opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It's certainly, unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the differences than just construction materials. Yeah, this is a whole... It's literally clockwork. We are inside a clock. Presumably, you know, Big Ben, that one. Big Ben's not the name of the clock, it's the name of the bell, isn't it? I think it is. Or maybe it is. Hold on. Maybe it's the name of the clock, and then the towers, it has a different name, right? I always get that mixed up a little bit. But, oh my. I wonder what's going on in Ace Attorney universe. Because up until now, the history hasn't been too different from real life. I mean, obviously, the main games take place in not Japan, not California. That's mostly because of a localization thing that happened. Oh, you know, I guess in the 6th game, they did establish that there's a whole country of Kurain that exists. And that it has a significant... Okay, you know what? The more I think about it, the more I realize that the Ace Attorney universe is actually really different from ours. Because there's Borginia, there's Kurain, there's at least 2 other named countries that they bring up in the investigations games. Okay, I guess things are just different. That's never really clicked with me, because they don't try to make it different in the main games. In fact, up until the last main game, they do treat it as if it's real life. What is this place again? This is the Lord Chief Justice's office, Naruhodo-san, in the Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice. We had instructions to report here at this time. If the circumstances were different, we were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. But Kazuma can't. Oh my god, I almost slipped into the accent myself. Don't do that. No. So instead, we are here in a different capacity. As envoys to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death. Yes. And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. So, we had to return to Japan. If we want to remain here in Great Britain, I have to take Kazuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour. Yes, which means you need the requisite qualifications as a lawyer. Which is what I've been studying for. Here in Great Britain, it is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here. To have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London. I hope I'm up to scratch. Oh! Do I think this is going to be the Lord Chief Justice himself? I would think it's an attendant. We'll see. Ah, good morning. Sorry for keeping you. Oh, it is the Lord Chief Justice. Oh, that is a... I mean, if it's not, that's a crazy character design for someone who's not called the Lord Chief Justice. Oh, I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. It seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. My apologies. Oh, no, don't mention it. We are never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do. How fortunate. So, introductions. I am Miles Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. Oh, that's gonna be a bit weird. Every time I hear the word Mile, or name Mile, I think of the one from Coco Server. And I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot. Like, come on, Mr. Naruhodo, don't be a mouse. Oh, you know, I was actually gonna bring this up. I noticed a second ago that Susato called us Naruhodo-san, even though she wasn't doing that at all last chapter. And I was a bit confused. I was gonna bring it up, but I didn't. But it seems that she's only calling us Naruhodo-san when it's just the two of us. Maybe it's supposed to be implying that whenever she does that, we're speaking Japanese. That would make sense, actually. In fact, it did get brought up in the last chapter. I had a whole spiel about the characters not really using their other languages much, or at the very least not in a way that we could tell. So I guess this is our sign that we're speaking English or Japanese. Oh, it's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Yes, thank you. Oh, I forget. I don't want to know. I don't actually know. Is there a king or a queen at the time? I think there's a king currently. I wonder if they're going to show up. Probably not. Probably not. But it's possible. So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London? Oh, well, help. I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh. We had a wonderful view of some of London streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say, I'm almost lost for words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water, gas, even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Oh yes, astounded is the word. Thanks for saving me there, Susato-san. And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. Yes. There's much excitement about the upcoming Great Exhibition we will be hosting here in London. Great Exhibition? Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city. Oh, it's like a world fair. Or, I guess it would, because of the time period, this would be like a proto-world fair. Is that something that actually occurred in London? I don't recall, I don't know. Like I keep mentioning, this bit of, history is spotty for me. It will be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history. It will make the Paris's World Fair look like a toy shop. Ah, there it is. There. Okay, yeah. I was wondering if they're going to pull from real life. Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be. Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world. Even if you do say so yourself. Oh, why is... I mean, I know Ryunosuke... Oh, I always get mixed up on what I should call him. But I know that he, isn't exactly enamored with Great Britain, but he has been enamored with all their stuff. So it's a bit odd for him to have that comment. The sun will never set on our great empire. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun. Lord Chief Justice, I think you were expecting a student of law for the study tour, weren't you? Absolutely. A Mr. Kazuma Asogi, if my memory serves. That's right. The British government has already been telegraphed a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores. That's amazing! The news reached him before we even arrived. My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. Oh, thank you. And you honored this appointment specifically to inform me of the news? Yes. We are here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person. They tell me you Japanese are a people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that it's true. And it is with some regret that I must inform you that the death of the young lawyer means this study tour arrangement can no longer proceed. If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart. What do you have to say, madam? It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal. Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, oh, I love his slight turning. Oh, you know, I was wondering about what exactly it is about this guy that's getting to me. And I realized he reminds me a lot of Damon Gant. Oh, he does. Oh, Damon Gant's such a great character from the first game. Oh, I love him so much. So, Damon Gant, not just the final chapter. He's from the bonus trial, actually, of the first game. The one that was added, hold on, give me 1 second, I need to type something. But yeah. So Damon Gant is he's the main antagonist of the bonus trial from the first game. The bonus trial being the one that was added in the DS, like the DS re-release or the DS remake. It's a remake because they updated the graphics. And Damon Gant is such a good character. Not just character design as well. He is extraordinarily intimidating, both to the characters and to the player, because he is unlike any other character or antagonist you've encountered up until that point. Because up until in the first game, a lot of the characters you meet are interesting, like antagonist-wise. Because you have like it starts off with a pathetic one for your tutorial. Then you get then you have ones who, I guess they do all try to intimidate you. Right, actually, we brought this up previously with the, hold on, we're going to go on a long tangent here. So I've brought up in a previous tangent that in the first game, Phoenix is constantly threatened because he has no game mechanic that allows him to see through people's lies, really. Because that's something that was brought in the second game. So every time he does have to point out someone's lie, it's in a way that this, like, he just sort of does it on his own as part of the story. And it usually results with him either being threatened or assaulted, or both. Usually both. So you get a lot of characters who are dangerous, like antagonists who are dangerous, because you know that they will just straight up kill Phoenix if given the opportunity. Well, if given the opportunity to do so without getting caught. But Damon Gant is different. He never threatens you, physically at least. In fact, he hardly threatens you verbally. He just sort of exists in that alone as a threat because he is the chief of police and he has ties with the DA and all that. And every time he shows up, he immediately takes control of the whole situation. His presence, his music, the way all the characters react to him, he is the center of focus every time, and I love it. And I just noticed, Strongheart has a very similar thing going on, because he's barely moving. He is looking, though, is always where the attention is. Oh, and even right here, the moment he turns to look at Naruhodo, the music stops just like that, and I love him for that. Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, this is it then. The moment of truth. Aye. Go ahead and try and convince him. Oh, look at him, now his body is turned. The thing is, Lord Justice, Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead. Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see this tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Asogi. At least, that is what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say to this man. Say to this man. Mr. Naruhodo? I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I gonna say? If there's someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer, it's me. I can do it. Is that so? I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but... No qualifications, you say? And yet you still claim to be a lawyer? I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. And I had Kazuma to help me, and I was the accused, but glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Burya. The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not what you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training. I realize it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Asogi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set to me. Oh, did you notice that, by the way? He had that, pring moment whenever Ryunosuke said that he would finish what, not finish, but do what's, how to say? When he said he would do the, do what Kazuma planned to do. So there was definitely something going on behind the scenes. I mean, we already know that, right? It was very clear from the moment Kazuma brought it up, and back in Chapter 1. But it would seem that the Lord Chief Justice is in on it. I have a feeling that this test is going to be leading us into that. Just one chance. That's all I'm asking for. Please! 31 seconds. Sorry? Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo. It was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you in a good stead as a lawyer. Oh, thanks. So, you're willing to put these words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment. Huh? But let me ask you one thing first, sir. Yes? Oh, he's calling me sir. His opinion's improved. You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asogi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path? Well, yes, that's my intention. I see. Am I imagining things? Or did his expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden? Oh, I love this guy. Oh, look at his pose. The way his chin is tilted slightly up so that he's looking down on us, which he doesn't even need to do because he's so much taller. Oh, you know, I am a sucker for these high and mighty postures. A bit of a more obscure example is oh, what's it called? Black Panther. Yeah, that one. You know, the Marvel movie? In Black Panther, also in, not just in Black Panther, but also in, which one was it? Oh, Captain America Civil War, right, the one where Black Panther was introduced. T'Challa, the Black Panther, has really, really great body language at all times. Like, anytime that he's not in the Black Panther suit, I mean, because obviously those are all action scenes. But anytime he's just himself as T'Challa, he always carries himself like a royal, and I love it. Big broad shoulders, standing up straight, lets his attendants do stuff for him unless he's bloodlusted. And also having the chin slightly up whenever he's talking to someone who he doesn't respect. I love it. Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Really? So, what form will the test take exactly? Tell me, Miss Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be? Well, defending people, of course. Oh! Oh, that's a bad answer. You need to answer with spirit. You need to tell them what you're really supposed to be doing. You aren't just defending people for the sake of defending people. There's a reason behind it. Well said. So, let's have you defend someone. Oh, okay, actually, no, I guess he'll take that one. Because he was leaning to something else. Huh? I guess I'm so used to Phoenix and, like, carrying on Mia's legacy of what a lawyer's supposed to be. Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an apt trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news. Today? Straight away? If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler? How do I get myself into these situations? Oh, okay, so we're gonna have another case where there's no investigation? Unless we're gonna have a very brief investigation before the trial. Well, could I ask what sort of trial it is, Lord Strongheart? Yes, good question. Ah, I remember. Murder? It's a murder trial. Oh, of course it's murder. It's always murder. It's always murder. I mean, I don't dislike it. I mean, if I didn't like doing the murder trials, I would not have played literally every other game before this. Well, I guess I didn't do the Professor Layton spin-off, did I? No, I didn't. But my point still stands. They are always murder, and once again, I like it. I do. But. Oh, I also really appreciate the cases that aren't murder. They are very few and far between. And by which I mean there's two of them, and they are both still murders. But you go to trial twice in one of them, because you're trying to solve a robbery, and then you're trying to solve a murder. And the other one, I think it's a similar thing. Oh, the other one, you're doing a you're solving a civil case, and then you're solving a murder. And they're both really interesting, because those are like some of the most interesting chapters or cases in the entire series, other than the ones that are like super like plot heavy, you know. And to be fair, that's the one with the civil case is pretty plot heavy, and I really like it. But I do hope that in one of these two games that we get something unusual. A murder? An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose. That's easy to say. But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will, of course, be sentenced to capital punishment. Capital punishment? He'll be put to death? Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Presumably, you read that much in your short sea-based introduction to British law. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life. I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it is acceptable. But you can't do that, can you? I mean, he's called the Lord Chief Justice. You think there's anything he can't do? There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose. So, the defendant may live or die depending on how well I perform in court? If I lose, he'll be hanged. Mr. Naruhodo, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Sogi. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen. He's testing my resolve. What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be? What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test? Alright then. If I have to give you a decision now, my answer is... I can't do it. I can't get the words out. 15 seconds. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. Oh, I even pushed the button without hesitation. Because I was going to make a whole comment about it. So, it's as I suspected, is it? Sorry? You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, Naruhodo, you've ruined it. Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is over. Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance. Mr. Naruhodo? I'm sorry, Mr. Sato, but what could I do? It's alright, I understand. You do? It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. What are you trying to say, madam? I think what Miss Susato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer, and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially, it would be utterly unforgivable. And I feel the exact same way. Oh. This is... Interesting. Naruhodo actually standing up for his own beliefs and actually having his own beliefs. That's nice, because so far he's sort of felt like he's just sort of hanging on to Kazuma. Or in the last trial, or last case, fighting out of desperation. I'm sure the defendant won't see the trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in that dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice. Wait, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, was there something else? It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time. But I just said that... I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him. What? At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. He will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down. But that's awful. But that is the truth. Why does it have to be like this? Please don't expect such an answer. Please don't expect an answer to every question. The cold, hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you. I'm really his only hope? So, what do you say now, madam? Me? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, but in my estimation, it is purely and simply a matter of resolve. Oh. Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves. Ooh, I like that. Just leaving? He's gone. The Old Bailey. Huh? If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruhodo, we must leave at once. Aye, aye. On our way, on our way. The Old Bailey. Oh, look at that familiar setup. Oh. It's just like the main games, actually. Defendant's Antechamber. Oh, thank goodness we're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose. Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a guinea in it for you. That's one of my favorite lines from the Herlock Sholmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly. I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. Yes, I suppose there's that. Okay, I was wondering if they actually paid that or not. It's good to see they did. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all. How interesting. A character who's hiding. Well, I mean, they're clearly hiding. Either they're hiding or that we haven't noticed them. If we haven't noticed them, that means it's Herlock, which would be very interesting. But I don't think it's gonna be Herlock. Herlock would definitely have people defending him, unless he's hated in his country in this universe. So this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants. Even this room for defendants to wait in is grand. Are you all right, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm feeling tense. That's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air. Almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. It feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed. Yes. Whoever the man you're to defend is, I imagine he'll be feeling very alone at this moment. Oh. Oh, it's an Irishman. Oh, and he's not hiding, and he wasn't not noticed. He just isn't here yet. Top of the morning to you, madam. Sir. Oh, it's a short Irishman. What are yous doing following me here? Things are fire desperate, aren't they? Oh, wow, I'm so sorry. I can't do accents very well. Sorry. Why do you look at those expressionless faces? From the East, are yous? We're from Japan, yes. Ah, Japan, is it? Right, say no more. So, how much do yous need? No, we're here because— oh, he's a moneylender. Oh, no wonder he has no one to defend him. No need to explain, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing to eat, barely a penny to your name. And all while a strange faraway land. Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no. 'Tis grand, 'tis grand. Let me start by giving you 1,000 guineas. Say nothing now. 1,000 guineas? Please, Mr. Sato, you don't have to shout. But 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? 'Tis nothing to me at all. I'd like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainier day, you see. I have enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over. Could that much rain even fall in one day? Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. Oh, that hit me in the eye. Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to you no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me. Oh, to be honest, just a little embarrassing. The trial that's about to begin, you see, is for me good self here. I'll be in the dock. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little to detail now. Oh, well, the thing is, don't worry about a thing. All you have to do is stand up there next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial is going to start without me having any kind of representation at all. So, it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't just making it all up. I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you're the defendant in this trial? Bluster and blazes, do yous not know who I am? Me, one of London's biggest names. No, sorry, we've only just arrived in the city, you see. I see. I suppose it isn't altogether impossible. Well, just like the Hyde Park, there in the center of this London, is another beautiful park. Sorry, a park. What? 'Tis called McGilded Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot. I donated it to the city, so I did. An entire park? In central London? A city of smiles, that's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city, and it's choir old people. Oh, that's his name, Magnus McGilded. McGilded, rather. That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary. But now they've got the gall to say I'm a good-for-nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded. What is the matter with this London police, I ask you? Alright, don't pass out. Mr. Naruhodo? Perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves, while the gentleman catches his breath. Good idea. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, then what was I after saying, you daft idiot? I given you 1,000 Guinness to stand up there next to me, haven't I? Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Sorry. I know what you're thinking. There's a Chancellor of a fella claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in all of England? Because he did it! That's the only explanation. Well... well... Not at all. Although, it is a little strange, to be honest. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean. That would be the fault of the Reaper. Sorry? Did you just say Reaper? Is this our in-universe version of Ripper? As in Jack the Ripper? Aye, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey. Lord Baruch von Zykes. He's the prosecutor. The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper? What was his name? Baruch von Zykes. Huh. Also, no, it's not the Ripper. When von Zykes stands in the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. What? So it's reached this desperate situation where there's no one willing to stand in defense against the fella at all. You could say he's a living legend of the Old Bailey. Goodness, Lord Baruch von Zykes. He must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor then. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed. Cursed? What on earth? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Is this a vampire? Oh my god! Is this... I think this might be the vampire, guys. I think this might be the Edgeworth vampire. The defendant is summoned, and his counsel. Please make your way into the courtroom. The trial is about to begin. His counsel? That would be me. Oh, 'tis time. Well then, fella, don't let me down. But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened. Until you showed your face here. I'd made up me mind, so I had. Sorry. I decided I'd have to defend meself in there. How would that have worked? But then you made an appearance. A student of law, wouldn't you know? 'Tis no accident, I can assure you of that. 'Tis fate. So don't get cold feet now, please. I literally know nothing about the case or this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't just turn my back on him. Mr. Naruhodo? The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Cosmo would never have allowed to happen. Counsel for defense, what are you doing? If you're late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right to stand. I'll be right there. Alright. Show me the man. It's happening then. My first trial in a British court. I hope you're watching over me, Cosmo. Because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this. Oh, is it going to be a to be continued? Maybe. There's a loading icon. Oh, okay, no to be continued yet. Oof. Ooh, I like that. It must get really hot for the judge, though. Poor judge. Well, I say that, but I don't actually know the guy yet. Oh, hold on. Is there a council of judges? Really? So, this is the highest court in Great Britain. The Old Bailey. The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different from the Supreme Court in Japan. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. May I say something, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, what? Oh, he's stiff as a board. Oh, we haven't seen him like this in Chapter 1. And you know, now that I'm actually looking at him like this, he reminds me a lot of Apollo. Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again. I know, but I just can't help it. Okay, I guess he's not quite ready to be... Oh, did you see it? It was there. 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 Oh. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution to declare the defense, or the prosecution and the defense to declare their willingness to proceed. Oh my god. Oh, he's there. Oh my god. Oh. Edgeworth Vampire. Edgeworth Vampire. Vampire Edgeworth. Vampire Edgeworth. Ah. Oh, how do I even voice him? Oh my. Oh, Vampire Edgeworth. Oh. Oh, Vampire Edgeworth. Oh, how do I voice him? I have no clue. I'm smiling too much. I'm smiling. I can't. I can't. Okay, hold on. Catch your breath. Okay? Just... I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. Hold on, screenshot that. The Vampire Edgeworth. Where's the photo? Save the scene? Save that to my computer now. Save it. Oh, it's a JPEG. Yeah, that's fine. It can be a JPEG. Title it. Oh, this is my image now. Oh, it's been a while since I screenshotted something from Ace Attorney. Not since the base comment, I think. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. I think I'm recovered. You know what? I don't use Twitter much. But we're using it right now. Where is it? Do I even have it open? I know this is very strange to me. Oh, look at it. There's a bot too. It's a great time to tab out. Okay, where is it? There it is. Make a new post. Do it now. Vampire Edgeworth. Oh, I love him so much. Okay. Now, back to game. Okay, I'm calmed down. The prosecution is fully prepared. That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld. Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English? Uh-huh. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. And I couldn't be further from ready if I tried. Oh! Oh, look at that. He has a cravat and everything. Those eyes please me, Nipponese. Huh? They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb. Oh! Vampire Edgeworth! I should have changed... I should have made this the title. I mean, if I knew this was going to happen today, I would have. Oh, look at him. A cold shiver just ran down my spine, all the way to the tips of my toes. Now, Mr. McGilded? Yes, my lord? You stand accused of murder, a capital offense. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner? As I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if the fella's a student from some little island off in the far east, is it not the British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance? Oh, you did miss something. Oh, so I've been going on a lot of tangents. First of all, like a lot more tangents than usual, but also something just happened. Something amazing just happened. In fact, you're about to see what the amazing thing is. He's here. He's here. Not right now on screen, but we'll see him in a second. But brief rundown: we arrived. The Supreme Lord Justice gave us a test to become a lawyer, which is acting as this man's lawyer since he has none. There's a whole really nice moment. Yeah, there's a whole really nice moment where Naruhodo sort of showed his resolve and ideals. And now we're here defending McGilded here against what is already my favorite prosecutor in the series. I'd like to think that acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud. Oh, and one terrible thing happened. It turns out Naruhodo and Susato canonically have British accents, which makes sense. I had a whole thing where I talked about how it makes sense, but I hate it. And listen to McGilded. What a fine gentleman of London has in him. Do you hear that he donated £5,000 to the government the other day? Mother, please, may we go and play in McGilded Park? It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded. That's definitely welcome news, and he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him. Eloquently put, Mr. McGilded, and most laudable sentiments. Now. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my space heater off, which means I need to stand up for 1 second. Okay, it's turned off. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you that you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? Oh my god! We have a jury. You ended up saying way later than usual yesterday? Oh yeah, I did see that. I saw, as I was about to like head out and do something, I saw that you were live at an unusual time. Man, look at this, we have a jury. That is very interesting. Yeah, that was a huge plot point in the 4th game, that we don't have a jury. So it's interesting seeing that we have one now. Yes, my lord. If the task is to send rotters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready. At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree. Ha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me. Oh. I will say, those first few did not seem very impartial. I feel a chill. Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Must finish these mitts for my grandson. Is that always an unusual time you play with your friends? Also means you get less sleep, but it's worth it. Aye. Ah, Mr. Naruto, these people are... the jury, yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet. That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors. Wait, 6 jurors? Excuse me? Oh, actually, you know... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if there's an even amount, because a tie wouldn't matter. Or... oh, maybe it does. Because realistically, a jury is supposed to come to a unanimous decision, but... I think what's going to happen is that one of these 6 members of the jury is going to be the actual criminal. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how they're going to do this, because we always twist the case around to point at someone else. It's always fun to time when you get to play Lethal Company. Oh, yeah. I actually played Lethal Company for the first time just earlier this month. It was very fun, actually. The judge passes sentences according to the law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense. So the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view. But how exactly do the jurors give the verdict? That I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses. Yes. Prosecutor Von Zykes? Oh, he's there! Oh, there, right there. Oh, he's wonderful. The wonderful thing you just barely missed is the introduction of. Vampire Edgeworth. Oh, I freaked out. I freaked out so much. I know, the proximity chat is great, but look at this. Vampire Edgeworth. Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Oh, I was freaking out for like 5 minutes when I saw him. My lord. It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in this courtroom. I thought you'd renounced your fame. I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity. Oh my god, he even talks like a vampire. I know. I knew, like, that there was a vampire-esque character in these games. I was not expecting Vampire Edgeworth. So, what brings you back? Is there some change of circumstances of which the court should be aware? Oh, he even moves like Edgeworth. I leave that to your imagination, my lord. So, the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years? Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback? And don't lose heart, Mr. Naruto. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity. We must be the only ones in here who aren't aware. Oh, Edgelord would be a great nickname. Oh, you're right. Oh, that'd be a perfect nickname, actually. The incident took place in the late evening. 3 days passed. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks, known in the community as Thrice Fired Mason. Sorry? Thrice? He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired would be said to be almost indestructible. Oh, okay, he fired bricks. He wasn't actually fired from his job. Understood. The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service of on the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at the Scotland Yard. Oh, we get our first actual autopsy report. Oh, how wonderful. Well, thank you, counsel. I shall accept that and the photograph as evidence. Ooh, let me look at that. Oh, 2 of them. Let me see. Autopsy report. Thrice fired Mason, male, aged 54, occupation brickmaker. Time and cause of death, February 15th, between 10 and 11 p.m. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. So the stab is, in fact, his death, or his cause of death. Unless the knife was put in there afterwards and he was just stabbed with something else. We can't rely too much on the autopsy reports here because they have made a point to note Now, this is ancient. No, not ancient, but this is like olden times, so they don't quite have the most accurate technology yet. And the photo, I don't see anything of notes here. There is some pink and blue coloration on that window, but it's very grainy. Also, this photo's in color. I just noticed that. I don't think that's supposed to be in color. How odd. Also, oh, button. He's missing a button on his shirt. Oh, you almost made it back yesterday, but you soft-locked yourself? Ah, unfortunate. Yeah, we did actually manage to complete the game yesterday. We got through all of Route A, and it was quite wonderful. I liked it, at least. I was very quiet towards the end a lot of the times because I was sort of letting the scenes play. But I do love that game, and I'm so excited for when we come back in like a week and a half to get through Route B. Because Route B, it's shorter, but it feels longer. And it has a lot of really, really great stuff in it that can actually talk about what's spoiling things. Oh yeah, important things here. Missing a button, he's stabbed, and it looks like there's some coloration outside the window, but I'm not sure if that's important yet or not. I think it depends on whether or not this photo is canonically in color or black and white. Oh, hold on, I have a magnifying glass. Is this going to be useful anywhere? I don't think so. I mean, he has these marks on his neck, but I think that's just how they drew him, right? Probably. I mean, it's probably just... it's a different color than the shadow is. Also, there's these spots here. I'm not sure if that's part of the wall... No, it's not wallpaper, it's wood. This is an omnibus. I know, your specialty. I actually only looked at the buttons because I thought of you. I was like, oh, he has a button on his shirt. Oh, he is missing one. That was my internal thought process, at least. Can't read the signature, of course. And I don't think there's going to be anything else important here. At least not that we can take a look at right now. Maybe a bit more later. And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. And these are... Good lord! Is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. Okay, I need to know... Oh, yeah, you had also noticed? Yeah. Pretty decent buttons, although you never like the ones with 2 holes. I will note, I was very confused on how to voice our boy Vampire Edgeworth here. Edgelord, as you will. I'm kind of just giving him the Grimoire Noir voice at this point, because he keeps saying my lord. And because of yesterday, my mind is still in Shadow Lord. You know, that whole thing. Oh, you weren't actually there for that. I mean, you've seen Grimoire Noir in those streams before. He always has a super deep, edgy voice, and he always goes, the Shadow Lord. I really love him, because he's a serious character, right? He's not comedic, or not intended to be comedic at all, but his English voice is so over the top. It reminds me of like a 4Kids dub, actually. Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested. You really like the Bookman? Although you had no idea how to spell his name? Oh, yeah. Oh, also, I should know, because there was probably some confusion here. Grimoire Noir is the book that showed up when the Shadow Lord showed up. Grimoire Weiss is the one who's with us. But yeah, I think their names are German? Well, the color part is, you know, Weiss and Noir. Actually, Noir is French, isn't it? Oh, I always forget the colors in different languages. I always do. I was like the one we have. You remember the evil one too? Oh yeah. It's also such a... I love them so much. And actually, next time we do play the game, we do actually have a story time where we do Weiss's backstory. Because even though we don't know a lot about his backstory, there is one story time about it. And it's, from what I recall, which I actually barely recall his, I think it actually does deal with that time period that I'm so obsessed with, that being the 2003 to 2053. Or maybe it's Noir's backstory. It's one of their backstories. It's one of the books. What? Mr. McGilded's gloves had blood on them? Weiss only sounds German. Not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Noir is French, like the name-wise. Yes, I looks up these as evidence as well. Also, I must say, the judge has a magnificent beard. Much more so than the judges in the main games. How did I get into this? Okay, hold on, let me take a look at that. Can I look at it in 3D? Ooh, I can. Gloves are the same. So it's from the same pair. We don't see anything on the inside. And I can't actually examine the insides. The only thing here that I could examine is the blood stain. And it looks like with this blood stain, something I always do. With these, I feel like I note it a lot. Is I always use my hands in real life to shape how these scenes would actually play out. I think... Hold on, I can grab this. So if I'm holding this with my right hand and I wrap it around like this, like as though this were a knife, if blood were to leak down, it would get... you know, I don't know if he's holding the knife, actually. Because the blood here is in a weird pattern. It's on the tip of his thumb. And it's... I mean, this bit on the inside here... Hold on, can I use the mouse for this? I kind of can, but it kind of sucks. Okay, we'll use the controller. So this here makes sense, right? The blood spills down. Okay, hold on. Because we saw in the picture that he's stabbed while sitting down, so I'm going to start positioning myself now, with my whole body. I'm sitting in a chair, I'm on the bus, someone comes up and they stab me. How would they prefer to stab me? Stab me, like, probably, if forward-handed, right? Forward-handed into the gut. So then, this whole area, this whole part of my hand gets blood on it. Why does the tip of the thumb have blood on it? That still doesn't make sense. What if it was underhanded? What if it was underhanded? Let's try that. Underhanded stab. Going in like this. No, that makes even less sense. Nope. Okay, something's up with this glove. Now, obviously, we're going to talk about if he was even wearing the gloves. But this definitely does not seem like a blood stain that would come about from stabbing someone. You also do that every time? Okay, this time you actually have a knife in your room. Oh, okay. I mean, I do have a knife too, but I'm not going to use that. Cause it's not just because of safety, but also because it's all the way across the room. This is definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day in London. Well, nothing will come from grumbling now. No. By the way, is Mr. Misgilded right-handed? Oh, yes, I actually didn't even think of that. I should. That's always an important thing. Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand a little earlier. Ah, pity. If only he'd been left-handed. I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really. Yeah. Okay, I guess I could have been able to tell from the coin he flips, but I would not have been thinking of that. Can you just hold their hand differently than I do? Well, I know the thumb would get dirty. It should, but this weird pattern where this right here, because what I'm thinking is when I'm holding it here, I can hold this again, is that this bit right here should get blood on it as well. So, I mean, I could be overthinking this, right? Blood splatter is not necessarily... Okay, no, actually, blood splatter tends to be very important in these games, actually. But this particular one, how this bit right here doesn't have blood on it, seems weird to me. And what makes it even more weird is the fact that this finger, the index finger, doesn't have nearly as much blood on it as it should. So he could be holding it in a weird way. But I think that if he was wearing this glove, it was not in order to stab. And if he was not using this glove, or not wearing this glove, I don't think... Actually, no, I think no matter who was using this glove, I don't think it was necessarily used to stab. Once again, that could be wrong. I could be misinterpreting that. Actually, how big is the blade of the handle? Or the handle of the blade? That's a pretty big handle, and it has a guard on it, like a hilt. I don't even know the name of that. I mean, I know on a sword it's called a hilt, but I think it's a different thing for a dagger. Yeah, look at that. There's not even blood on the handle. So, something definitely is going on there. How did I get into this? I'm backed into a corner before I even started. Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside the vehicle at the time. Only 2? Obviously, one of the passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, Magnus McGilded. Oh, the first 3 jurors reacted to that. The ones that I noted did not seem to be especially indifferent or impartial. Well, rather damning circumstances, to say the least. Defendant, what say you? Well, of course, I have no recollection of such a thing. Mr. McGilded? To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening, but whenever I'm in the carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. Are you claiming to have been asleep? 'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. Littleton, so it is, and when I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I never laid eyes on before me in my life. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. Oh, I knew it. Okay, I knew it. They did not use the glove to stab, because the blood splatter is weird. So the blood got onto the gloves then, after the man had been killed. Oh, actually, I suppose I shouldn't be taking that as truth. I'm just trying to justify my theory, really. Unfortunately, that statement of the driver's is only the beginning. What? That's not all of it? There were multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaster was fatally stabbed. Oh, okay, hold on. I think I already know where he's going with this. The window. We can see the window's like really frosted, so I don't think you could actually see that. Not to mention it's small. Now, to be fair, it is perfectly framed to get the stabbing, but there's no way they could actually see who did it. So I wonder how they witnessed it. Oh, the other 6 witnesses have turned towards him. Order! 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 When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage, and they were witnesses to the crime. This is not a case of compelling evidence. Oh, this is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Also, I will note... Oh, I know, I love their outfits. But I will note, I have a cut on the inside of my mouth right now. And the more I talk, the more it gets bothered. So I might have to, like, I don't know, get like an ice pack or something at some point to put the swelling down. Because I did not expect it to, because it was completely fine before I started stream. I wasn't talking at all, but I did not expect it to get this irritated. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear the testimony from these witnesses first of all. Your wish is my command. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once. Oh, I love how dramatic he is. Oh, right. I forget we have multiple witnesses on the stand at once. Right. Witnesses, your names and occupations. My name is, well, everyone calls me Beppo. I drive an omnibus in the in the East End. Bruce Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city. My name's First. Lady First. I, make hats for gents. Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned witness to the aforementioned incidents. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Quite right. Yes, sir. That's right, sir. Very well, then. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. Oh, wow. Look at this. Another flaw in the, in the system. Having all them doing it at once as part of your actual proceedings is not great, because they can definitely line up their stories pretty easily. You had to cosplay a character from Ace Attorney. Edgelord is definitely up there. Oh yeah. I definitely get that. In fact, something notable is that a lot of the characters aren't really interesting as cosplays. Ow. Because, for instance, recurring character Will Powers, quite beloved. even though he's not especially important. You can't really cosplay him because he's just wearing a tracksuit. Because his whole thing is that he stands out because he's big and buff. In fact, he's notable. He's like intentionally not wearing anything good because he's an actor, and anytime you see him, he's out of costume, out of character. And it's the same with a lot of characters. A lot of the characters are just normal people. Like from the same chapter that Will Powers is from, Penny Nichols, literally just a normal person, normal outfit. I mean, it's color coded, right? Because she actually has put effort into it, but it's just a normal outfit. The only characters that you could actually cosplay are the protagonists and most, but not all, of the most but not all of the prosecutors, and maybe like a handful of other characters. But the thing is, not a lot of the characters are even that popular or have especially cosplayable designs, I think you'd say. But yeah, no, it's very easy to see why our boy Vampire Edward here would shoot so high up so easily. I don't know, I feel like I'm going into a weird thing here. I think it's because I'm trying to like talk more. The thing is, I've been talking so much today. I don't even, okay, never, ignore, yeah, I'm tripping over my tongue. The witnesses. It was the last bus of the evening, so I had few customers. I remember it well. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts. That's right. He stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. You'd be unable to cosplay most of them. You don't like tight-fitting clothes, nor do you want anything that even remotely revealing. There's a massive cape to hide in, quite ideal for what you want. Oh yeah. I mean, the thing is, they don't even have revealing clothing, really. Athena does, kind of. I think, does she? Actually, hold on, I don't remember. I think she has a midriff. I'm gonna look up Athena right now. Hold on. Athena Sykes. Oh, no, she doesn't. Oh, I thought she did. Well, maybe she has an alternate outfit, because... Oh, no, I think it's just... Why did I think she had a midriff? Well, I say I played the whole game as her, but I famously did not play the whole game as her. You played like half the game as her. Oh, I think it's just because she has like a weird crop top suit, and my mind filled in the blanks because her actual shirt is white. I don't know. The point is, a lot of the characters don't actually have revealing outfits or tight outfits in Ace Attorney. I mean, Athena's kind of, but a lot of them are just suits. Elaborate suits, very colorful suits. In fact, I love their colorful suits. But the more I think of them, it really is a lot of suits. Wow, it's a lot of suits. I'm thinking about it. Manfred von Karma has a suit. Edgeworth has a suit. Phoenix, Apollo have suits. Mia wears a suit, but hers is actually a bit revealing because of the way she wears it. There's so many suits. Oh, I clicked through on accident. I tab back in. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. Unambiguous testimony, I must say. Exactly, my lord. You must say when you say tight fitting, and big flowy things hidden. Oh, okay. When you say tight fitting, you don't mean like skin tight. You mean just like. Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah, I did misunderstand that. In that case, yeah, no. Edgelord here definitely does match that because I don't think there's a lot of characters who have capes. Definitely not. Actually, hold on. Wasn't there a character who does have a cape? Oh, it's so hard to remember all the characters because there's so many of them. Now that we've gone through so many of the games. But I could swear there was someone in one of the 3D games who had a cape. I mean, I know this is a 3D game too, but I mean like game 5 or 6. Maybe I'm thinking of Gramarye. Because Gramarye has, not really, he's a cloak, not a cape. But he's also he's also a complete opposite vibe of Edgelord here. He has a bright yellow outfit, and he's very outgoing. Anyway, if we keep going down this route, I'm going to end up pulling up images of all the characters and analyzing their designs, like I did that one time in Nier, almost. So I'm going to get back to the voicing. These men witnessed the... Oh, hold on, I need to cough. Okay, I'm good. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes. I'd like to ask a question, if I may. Yes, counsel? Well, this is testimony. Makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why not? Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it? As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes. Also, was the guy on the right a hat maker? He is. And yeah, I did notice his own hat is in quite the state. Not to mention, I think, considering the time period, hatters are not especially reliable sources of information due to, you know, the mercury poisoning. Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses have possibly seen what was happening? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. Oh, not to mention, his hat doesn't even fit properly. Or maybe it does, but it just is off-center. How quaint. I'd read that civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses? Huh? Tell me, my Nipponese friend. Have you even traveled in an omnibus? Well, no. We, only arrived in London this morning. No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves. The actual scene of the crime, that is. What? Do you mean? The actual scene? How? A carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much. Yes. The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building. Here? What? The entire carriage? Bailiff. Bring forth the stricken omnibus. Was the witness on the left wearing the same gloves as the bloody ones? I don't actually know. I didn't notice that. We'll have to see. So, that's the omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing. As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. 4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best view of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. Oh, you're right, he does have very similar gloves. Yeah, look at that. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there's a skylight in the roof, allowing the viewing of the interior from the seats above. Ah, a skylight. Oh, the penny drops at the last. The penny drops at last, I see. Oh, it feels weird doing that super deep voice for him. Because the more I look at him, like, the more he talks, the more I feel the Edgeworth vibes coming from him. And Edgeworth, I never made him talk like that. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats of the omnibus when the murder took place. That is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight. That makes perfect sense. Well, counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime itself being brought into the courtroom. There were a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. Oh, the judge is wearing a wig. I mean, I should have expected that, to be honest. Judges in powder wigs kind of have a similar image, or kind of have a shared image. But I can't say I actually expected it, because I'm so used to the judge just being bald. Or in the 6th game, having a hat. Very well, I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. Okay, can I look at that in 3D? Hold on, let me see. Oh, I can. Okay, let's take a look at this thing, shall we? So the windows are not meant to be frosted. That's just because of the image. That's good to know. Oh, Phoenix Wright Omnibus. How nice. A little reference. Inside, the interior is fully modeled too, so presumably I can look into it if I click on the door. The top, you can see here's the coachman's spot. He is quite used to sitting here, it would very obviously seem, with his butt and footprints being quite engraved into it. Can I? Oh no, the cameras. I cannot move the camera around. I can only move the object. Okay. There is a latch on the skylight. You can see that hiding in there. So they can actually open it from here. You can certainly see the inside of the carriage to this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp inside the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Oh, they're not going to notice the latch. Okay. Well, the skylight can be opened. That's the important thing. Let's see. Anything on the bottom? Oh, no, I can't actually look at the bottom. It will not let me. Okay, let's look at the inside, shall we? Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we? The scene of a murder. It's horrible. Let's see what we have in here. Ooh, compartments. Someone could have hidden. Yep, there's the notice we saw. See, what's up with this? This right here. Is that writing supposed to be there? That's a poster for the Great Exhibition. That's due to start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition. Oh, that's what that tower was. I was wondering why there was a weird tower there in the skyline, or like the background when we were outside. It's part of the event that's going on. Okay. Oh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzling with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event. Okay, nothing in the note there. Bloodstain. That's blood that's soaked into the seats. The victims, obviously. Yes, and the seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck. Would you really stab someone in full view of other passengers like that, I wonder? Well, it was after dark, and there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Yes, I was thinking that, unless they were being framed by someone hiding in here, perhaps. The seat has a handle, it seems. Oh, it lifts up. I thought it would pull out. And it looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running. Feeding tubs, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems. There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure. Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway. No, there's space here. There definitely is. In fact, can I fill that space? No, I cannot. Let's see, is there anything else here we need to see? Yeah, the windows gives a very clear view of everything. Okay, I think that's all we needed to see. So there's a space for luggage that could very easily hide a person. And the skylight has a latch on it, so it can be opened. And that's about it, really. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence? Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here. Oh, we already did that. Tower really looks good. Provide an amusement park near you. Oh, did you look it up? Oh, hold on. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Is that a real building? Because they were talking about real events earlier. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it is a real thing. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, that is exactly what they showed in the game. Okay. And that does actually look like it should be at an amusement park or some such. Let us continue with the proceedings then. Your cross-examination, counsel. Pray don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of British courts' cross-examination rights. Alright, my first cross-examination in a British court. Focus, Ryunosuke. Focus! looks way taller than a ride, but it still has the same general shape. It really does. It really does. Alright, here we are. Oh, it's been a while since we've done one of these. We had a few customers, so you remember it well. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other. Sat next to each other? Really? How interesting. So neither of them were sitting on the seat that could be lifted up. Then out of the blue, the accused reached over and plunged the knife right into his guts. Well, the blood spatter is all wrong if that's the case. That's it. He stabbed him. I screamed, I did, but I couldn't help it. How interesting, how interesting. You consider going out now that you're old enough? You just don't have anyone to do it with? Aye. Amusement parks are always best with a companion, after all. I think we're gonna have to start pressing. Right? Yeah, because so far this makes sense, because we're assuming they're sitting next to each other. They're stabbing with the right hand. Would make sense if we're stabbing from the front. Huh. But why did this whole thing happen? Let's start pressing, shall we? They have like all the same gloves, even have the same lines? I know, I noticed. And you saw them through the skylight in the roof of the carriage? That's right. When you slew... Hold on, I can look around. Oh, I forgot about that whole thing. That's right. When you sit up on the top deck, the window's right there at your feet. There was a lamp on the inside, so I had a pretty good view. The two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. But there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded. Oh, really? How could you tell? Oh my god, hold on. Wait a second. Mr. McGilded has these beautiful... Oh, well, you can't see here. But he has these beautiful rings that he loves to show off. Not only is it questionable whether or not he'd be wearing these gloves, but also... If he's not wearing his gloves, as seen in this picture here, you would see his ring. Yeah? How can you be so sure? Well, how can I put it politely? Mr. McGilded is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else. Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. There is no room for doubt here. No. You said the man of small stature. That means they could have easily hid inside the box. I really wish there was... Then, out of the blue, the accused reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts. Oh, it's a shame I don't have the rings as like a thing I can use.
Hold it!
You actually saw the exact moment it happened? Didn't I already testify to that? Or are you, or are fair dinkum, hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days? Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. This is no good. I really got his back up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in saw in a little more detail if that's... My lord? Juror number 3, what's the meaning of this? My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up about what? I don't like the stinking rich. Never have. They're always up to something or other that they shouldn't be. Every one of them. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me. Oh, they do vote, and it's not by majority. Oh, there's gonna be a tie. I don't know how he has foggy breath. I mean, I think we need to chalk that up to cartoon physics. Because these games really have embraced the cartoon physics ever since turning 3D. And I must say, I do love it. I love it a lot. It really fits the vibe. But anyway, what a grandiose method of voting. Also, yes, once again, there is going to be a tie. I was wondering what was going to go on with the jury. You know, no, it's not the same type of knife. This is a switchblade. The person was stabbed with a dagger. Also, I'm surprised he has a switchblade. I'm pretty sure those were, like, heavily controlled back in the day. Maybe we're not... Oh, actually, I guess usually they're only controlled after an incident has occurred. The incident probably hasn't occurred yet. There's no point to wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter, anyway. Hold it! Oh, hold it! That is precisely what I was about to say. As the foreman of the jury, it is my duty to set a good example to my fellow jurors. What the? What is happening here? Wait, you didn't... Well, you should know this. You spent like 4 months studying. Or not 4 months, it's 50 days. Let me see. Yes, it seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts. With fire? Apparently, yes. White for innocent and black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one, they each cast a ball of fire to the great scales of justice as we saw a moment ago. So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean... Let's do our best to make sure that doesn't happen. Ugh, now I'm even more worried than I was before. Very well. The court acknowledges a change in the jury's stance. Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Oh, okay. You didn't know that much about the stabbing knife? That he looks around. They do. They're about the same size. Well, that being said, I really need to go to the washroom. So we're going to be taking our break early. I know I usually try to do it at the top of every hour, but I didn't even do one for the previous hour because I forgot about it. So I'm going to go to the break time screen. Here it is, break time screen. And I'm going to run the ad, and I'm going to go to the bathroom. So I will see you all in a few minutes. Bye. I'll be back. And I'm back. Okay, hold on. Where's the game screen? There is the game screen. Okay, sorry about that. I have been drinking a lot of not water today, so from now on, we have water bottle. I know I usually have a cup of tea or something here, but I do try to be somewhat healthy. So, back into it, shall we? Counsel for defense, please continue with your cross-examination. This is a nightmare. What did they even say? Oh, I've already forgotten. All right, they had that whole. Okay, I did have press there. They had that whole thing with the jury.
Hold it!
He stabbed him, you say, and you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you? Yeah, that's right, sir. I was up on the roof seats.
Excuse me.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, skip that. It's the failure dialogue. Hold on. Wait, was it actually a real thing that I skipped an accident? If I may, Mr. Fairplay, what are you forsaking for now? The last statement seems to have given you pause for thought. Not really. By the way, you always seem to be looking to the side, one way or another. Do you have some affliction? Not really. Wait, did I accidentally do that right? Oh my god, I can't believe that. He's not really willing to say anything, it seems. It's none of your business anyhow. Oh, I accidentally went into the looping dialogue too. Okay, you know what? Hold on. We'll actually read it. It's like, apparently just skipped something important. He's not... Oh. Alright, so when it happened, the only two people in the closed cabin area were the victim and the defendant. And so help me, 3 whole people witnessed the man I'm trying to defend do the deed. I don't like to be so pessimistic, but we do seem to be in a rather difficult situation here. What am I supposed to think here? Is Mr. McGilded really innocent? Or could it be... Before we jump to the conclusions, our first task should be to gather information. We need to understand the case much better than we do at the moment. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's listen to those witness statements once again. A little more carefully this time. Okay. Let's not accidentally hit a bunch of wrong buttons, shall we? Also, yeah, look at that. He is just looking to the one side the whole time.
Hold it!
Yes, I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it? Oh, yes, sir. That's right, sir. Yes, ever so cold it was, sir. Freezing, in fact. And you had 4 passengers on board at the time. Is that correct? Yes, right, sir. Not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, of course, though. No. Okay, these two are the same. And there were no other passengers when the incident took place. No one alighted, for example. You're quite right with that, sir. No other passengers like that. No, none. So, nobody fled the scene of the crime, then. I had to say, the boss insists on it running, he does, every evening, that last bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say. What do you mean by that? Well, what with it being so cold and everything, and only making 20 pence per run on the run, you see. Yes, I spent that much on the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again. Okay.
Hold it!
What exactly did you see? Okay, I was about to bring up, because I just noticed, he said he saw it himself, and I was considering the possibility of there being a second stab, but no, he saw the passenger collapse. Oh, well, sir, that would be the passengers, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor he was. And by the passenger, obviously you're referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaster. And the other passenger had the knife in his hand, like this. Underhanded? He had it underhanded in his hand? Really? Or not underhanded, I guess you'd call that reverse gripped, rather. Oh, well, that makes the blood splatter make even less sense. By the other passenger, obviously you're referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded. And then he plunged it down like this. This is stabbing the other person in the belly. What? My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption, Ah, juror number 2. Go on. Mr. McGildet is a pillar of society and a gentleman. And a gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. Oh, that's a word I've not seen in a long time. I know, yeah, I know, I didn't even catch that, because I'm so focused on the reverse grip of the knife. The victim was, in fact, on the seat. However, those of us in the service know we must accept hard truths. Wait, what are you about to do? Dispose of the rubbish. Man, this is a terrible system. No! I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime. Hold it! I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today, and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion. Man, also... Oh, wait, hold on. The prosecutor doesn't even need to do any work, because the jury is has no obligation or duty to listen to the whole thing, or to listen to both sides, because they've not really listened to our side of the story so far. All that has been said is that McGildet was asleep, but we, the council, haven't actually presented anything. Not again. That's 4 out of 6 jury members who proposed a guilty verdict. There are only 2 left. We've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, I just make the situation worse. Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark. I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly. I know they really don't pay attention. Also, I'm starting to wonder how exactly it's going to work, because if it is just a vote, then we're already outvoted. So is it actually a unanimous thing? And then if everyone votes but it's not unanimous, it resets? Maybe. I mean, if we were Naruhodo, we would know, but he apparently did not study at all in those few weeks he had. Or maybe he was too busy focusing on the studying of laws and not proceedings. Or maybe he's just keeping it from us. He's probably not. I think they're just trying to make us a rookie. Like, keep us as a rookie instead of being competent yet. Because we had to earn that. We mustn't give up hope until that we'll uncover something. We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back. But, alright. I'll keep trying. I can't give up. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. Alright, so when it happened, the only 2 people in the closed cabin area were the victim and the defendant. And, so help me, 3 whole people— oh, wait, this is their looping dialogue. Alright. What exactly did we miss? Like, what did we not press? I mean, I suppose we probably just missed some, like, physical tell, didn't we? Probably. Well, I want to press this guy again, because this guy was the worst. So, out of everyone.
Hold it!
Oh yeah, hold on. I don't need to know exactly what you saw. Oh, I skipped one. I skipped one. Oh, I needed to see that one. Okay, don't hit the A button to skip. Just let it happen. Neither of these 2 are acting odd. Yeah, because this guy just has a little looping animation. This guy is still just standing, well, not saying, looking to the left. Still no change. And I can't present evidence in the middle of this, can I? No, I can't. Oh, I don't even have the knife as evidence, I just realized. Aye. Go ahead, freak out. Are you gonna give me another spot I could check? No, you're not. Huh. What am I missing here? Like, where do I go? The guy in the middle reminds me of the guy who only faces left from Gravity Falls. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, that was a whole little short about that. Oh, I have that about Gravity Falls in forever. I really like that one. It was great. I remember though I was really late on joining it. I think I started watching it when season 2 was like about to end, but when I say about to end, it doesn't really matter because I think they had a like release one episode every 2 weeks at most schedule. So I still was a part of like I still was a fan for quite a while, even though I joined late. Because man, those episodes took forever to come out. Now let me see, what am I missing here? I feel like they want me to press something, right? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. This guy is clearly suspicious because he always has his head turned. So I'm gonna press everything again, and I'm gonna look at him every single time I have the opportunity.
Hold it!
Okay. No change. No, hold on. This is actually, I haven't pressed this one. Oh, I haven't pressed this one. Oh, maybe this is what I'm missing. You rewatched it recently. It's really good. Definitely top 5. Although nothing could ever beat Adventure Time for you. Oh yeah, I still have not gotten around to watching Adventure Time. But I've also just been too busy recently to watch anything. My poor list of things to watch has not shrunk in a while. Anyway. Yes, I think it was sometime... Oh, yes, I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it? Oh, yes, that's right, sir, yes. Ever so cold it was, freezing in fact. And you had 4 passengers on board at the time, is that correct? Yes, that's right, sir, but not all traveling at the same parts of the bus, of course, though, no. There were no other passengers with... Oh, no, we have read this one before. Okay, no change from him. No change? Okay. No change. You've been seeing a ton of clips of it recently, so you tend to rewatch it soon? I don't actually rewatch things that often, because the thing is I have a pretty good long-term memory. So if I watch a show, I tend to not forget details about it, so I don't often have a reason to rewatch them. And I know you can rewatch it and still appreciate it even if you do remember it, because I do that, but there are some things where not remembering it would be much, much better. So I will say I'm glad I'm doing Nier, because even though I do remember a lot of it, it's really fun. Oh yeah, see this frame right here. So there's 2 giant gaping holes in this testimony. First of all, this guy's testimony where he talks about looking down and seeing them. And the other one is the coachman. But I can't really poke holes in... I can't really tear either of them apart. Remember everything about Adventure Time? You can recognize an episode based on just a frame? You really enjoy watching things? Aye. Oh, look at this. He's tilted forward. Okay, maybe we try here. Oh, I can't actually, because he's the one talking. And neither of the other 2 have changed either. Huh. Okay, fine. Yeah, you couldn't have mistaken from anyone else. The other 2 have not changed at all. Well, there is room for doubt. So oh, look, he is facing forward here. Okay, I guess he just prefers to look to the side then. Because there's nothing on his face that would give him away for anything.
Hold it!
Oh, what's going on here? What am I missing? Rewatching things means no surprise. It's just nice knowing what's going to happen sometimes. Aye. No changes still. And the other 2, still no changes. The young man next to you? I mean, I suppose I can try that. Oh, wait, did it literally want me to use the pursue tool to ask the young person next to him? Oh, that's a bit odd. I don't think we've had to do that before. Then again, last time we used this was back in Chapter 1, so I suppose I don't remember the intricacies all that well.
Excuse me.
Mr. First. Oh, how can I help you, sir? That last statement. Did it trouble you in some way? Oh, not particularly, sir, no. If anything, he's troubling me with that hat of his. Has he greased his head? Oh dear, sir, I hope my hat's not troubling you, sir. I'm still just an apprentice, you see. Oh, that's why it's so terrible. Mr. Naruhodo, even the witnesses can see what's going through your mind. You really must be more careful. I wish it were that simple. Okay, fine. Let's press you then.
Hold it!
Yeah, you were up on the roof seats. Did I read this one last time? He stabbed him, you say? And you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you? Yes, that's right, sir. I was up on the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent next to the fellow that was stabbed. Oh, I haven't read this one before. Oh, that's why I'm going in circles so much, because I missed one. I think you could even do better than that? You never had a hat in your life? I know. I mean, to be fair, it is a silk top hat, presumably. And that is difficult to work with, but it is pretty terrible still. Rather, it's so terrible, it's kind of impressive, actually. I've been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. Okay. But then I happened to look down through the skylight. It was sticking right out of his belly. That huge, great knife. A grim sight indeed. That didn't help me at all. The jury looks like they're even more convinced that my client did it than they were before. That appears to have made everyone even more dubious that Mr. McGilded is telling the truth. If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions. Mr. First. Oh, yes, sir. Is this the knife you saw? Oh, there's a knife. Oh, good grief. Yes, that is it. That's it. The very one, sir. Is that... Yes, Counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake through the heart. Oh man, he's really leaning into the vampire thing, isn't he? I love it. Although it has terrible, you actually like it. I know. That's why I said it's kind of impressive, because it's kind of has its own thing going for it. That is a blade of considerable size, Counsel. It is, and furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned with prominently with a certain initial. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar. Please no. M for Magnus, perhaps, or McGilded, possibly. Take your pick. It seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
Objection!
Oh, I hate his objection. Oh, the reason I hate his objection is because that's the bad one. Right, I forgot that he's bad objection and good objection. But there are M's everywhere. Like, yes. Like in Mason.
Objection!
This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. No, this weapon of murder was almost certainly belongs to the accused. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, Counsel. Oh, okay, we did get points with the judge there. That's good, that's good. My lord, I wish to speak. Okay, hold on, before he does that, let me look at this. Let's see. Oh, it is... that's not an M. Excuse me. Excuse me. That, my friends, is not an M. Who writes an M like that? That is a W, if I have ever seen one. Right? Because who writes a swirl at the beginning of a fancy letter? No, the swirl comes afterwards. Yeah? At least in my opinion. Oh, I mean, I guess it could be an M. It could, but they want me to assume it's an M. Oh, you know, now that I'm looking at it, the swirl could and should become before the M, because this is a capital M, which means there's going to be a letter afterwards. Oh, I'm not sure though. I'm not sold. I think there's like a 50% chance that it's actually a W. Anyway, can I open the knife up, or open the dagger up, please? And this part is the sheath, isn't it? Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, I just don't really like blades. Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist. Oh, is he carrying it with him right now? That's not a blade. That's Kazuma's soul. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Okay. Very, very nice dagger here. With a lot of dried blood on it. Ugh, that looks a lot of blood. It surely is blood, the victim's. Ugh, an Englishman's blood looks a lot like Japanese man's blood. Did you think it wouldn't? Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. Yes, I do understand. What an odd comment. Huh. Well, there's no other details about it other than the fact that it's a very nice knife. My lord, I wish to speak. Yes, juror number 5. Do I take it that you too? As the master of the London Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. I'm sorry. Weren't these people supposed to be impartial? Does this man not have a connection to one of our witnesses? Oh, this jury is... I mean, the jury good, but the way they've implemented jury bad. Very bad. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horse has bolted, as they say. No, no, please, just keep an open mind a little. Gee up now, Silver Blaze. The finish line is in sight. Beppo is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what the man says. Oh, thank you, sir. You're too kind, sir. See, look at they are not impartial. Oh my god. Here's the thing, you can have a guy on the jury who doesn't really care. Because not caring is still impartial. But man, these guys are all so biased. And like, due to direct, well, this guy due to direct involvement. And not to mention, the other people do still, like, the maid knows him. They directly referenced his reputation. Oh. Okay. I mean, I understand why they're doing this, though. It's supposed to be frustrating. This is too unkind, sir. Which now means that 5 jurors agree to condemn this man. Madam Juror number 6. Yes, dear. What can I do for you? You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand. Oh, yes, I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know. Then, pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your leaning? Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park at around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park, it's called. The gentleman donated it to the city, you know. To put a smile on Londoners' face, he said. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life. He is always doing such wonderful things for the city. That's right. A man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely. Mother, may we go to the McGilded Public Library later and borrow some more books? How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do people not know what kind of a man Magnus McGilded really is? What kind of a man he is? The philanthropist Magnus McGilded has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that money come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one with The very darkest of souls. What? Stone the crows! McGilded lends money at extortionate rates of interest so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys on the weak. I've never heard of any mention of that before. Oh, I was right about him being a moneylender. Your faculties haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service? You're not saying that. The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused Magnus McGilded. But let it also be known, the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment date for his debts. And good gracious! The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house. He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, his pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him, his life. By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded. I don't believe it. If I might add something briefly. Miss Usato, you claim that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilded, but where is the evidence to support your claim? Oh my god, I didn't even notice he had a cup of wine, or a glass of wine there. That's surprising. But it is very fitting. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hollowed chalice in the court of law. Ah, there it is! Lord von Zeich's hollowed chalice. How can this be considered acceptable? But I find myself in an unexpectedly good humor. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself. As judicial assistant to the defense, I am simply doing my job. What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside. Also, I love that the money is spelled in the old way. Or not in the old way, but the fact that he's saying money is plural and it's spelled proper like that. That's not something you see often. Oh. Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice and toast to the enigmatic East at the same time. Can I see the ledger yet? No. A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence. Ooh, okay, let me read it. Let's see. Nothing physically notable. This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London's gentry. Oh dear, do you really think we ought to look inside? Well, it's not as though we know any of London's gentry personally, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder. I assure you we will not find Mr. Sholmes' name inside. Well, let's see what we find. Ah, it's illegible, of course. Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it? Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off. Ah, goodness! What is it? Look at this. Do you see this name here? Bruce Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? Oh, that's one of the witnesses. And he held his wine glass wrong, though. Thought you're supposed to avoid having your hand directly against the cup part. It depends. So, wine glasses are weird. There's a lot of them, and they come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. Some of them you do hold, like the shaft, without putting your hand against the round part, and some of them you cup, well, it's a bit weird saying cup, but you cup it in your hand with the shaft going between your middle and ring finger. So he's calling it a chalice, and it's rather large, so I think the way he's doing it is proper, especially because he's wearing gloves, so he's not going to get it dirty or anything. It does sound strangely familiar, actually. Bruce Fairplay, the witness testifying at this very moment. Oh, yes, of course, the banker. Why is his name in here? He borrowed 20 guineas, didn't he? And look, the repayment date is fast approaching. It's possible that this is just a coincidence, of course, but this could be very useful information. Ooh, it's very much useful information. Ah, yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable sum. And the accused made it quite certain that he had ample recompense. Well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes. Regrettably, madam, this is the modus operandi of the accused. And it's such a pretty little park, too. What a scoundrel. Maybe it's all for the best. Oh, wait a minute. Let's think about this a little more. I don't stand for nonsense. Oh? What now? The M has a swirl in the beginning of the book. So I think it's the M and the knife. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Good catch, good catch. Oh, I'm not gonna... do I want to bother opening up again? I go through all that dialogue. But yeah, good catch. That was it. The last juror's decision. Hold on, what if Mason is the moneylender? And he's just pretending to be poor? That could be the case, yeah. According to this Encyclopedia of British Law, when all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That's what it says here. The final verdict. It's over then. Oh! There's a footnote, though. A footnote. However, the defense... All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement in the case. Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision. According to the laws of this country, I will now conclude the trial, and by delivering my final verdict. I trust there are no objections. Mr. Sato, just tell me one thing. Oh, yes? You were in the middle of saying something before. The footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law. However, the defense... What did it say next? Oh, yes, of course. One moment. When all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended, and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. Then the footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation of examination of the jurors at this point. A summation examination?
Objection!
You'd be worried about knocking the wine over in such a big swooping motion? I know. Especially with a big cape like that. It'd be so easy for the cape itself to knock it over, because if you look how thick it is, it's probably a very heavy cape. A summation examination? From which century has that tome you have there been resurrected? Ah! Judging from the binding, I would say that book is at least 50 years old. Any modern text on British law wouldn't even give such an antiquated procedure a mention. It's a relic, long forgotten and certainly no longer practiced. So, you're out of luck. Oh. What even is it, Mr. Sato? The so-called summation examination. Oh, one moment, I'll read about it. You would demand the right to a procedure before you even understood what it entails. Typical Nipponese. Alright, Mr. Naruhodo. I think I understand. It seems that under this procedure, we would be able to appeal to the members of the jury. To do what, exactly? Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decisions. And it says here that, if successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed. Make them reverse their decisions. Yes, in times gone by, barristers would use a summation examination to attempt to influence the jury's decision. But that procedure became something of a formality with no practical benefit, really. so it rather fell out of use. I wonder why. Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister would even assert his right to try this day and age. Still, I don't see any mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked. What are you suggesting? I'm suggesting that, although it may be antiquated and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? A summation examination. Our last possible option. Do we assert our right to try and carry it out, or admit defeat? No, we're going to try it out alright, but before that, we're going to take another break. And you know, this might be the last one, because this feels like it's going to be a really short trial. I mean, it could turn around and be really long, but hold on. We're going to go on break one more time. I say one more time, but there could be one more, depending on how long we go. So I'll be back in a minute or so, yeah? See you then, see you then. Okay, I'm back. Let's get back into it, shall we? Oh, it's good that we're taking these breaks, because these are really going to help me to stay awake. I know I said that last time, or I said that last time. When it was actually, no, last time I actually did. I stayed awake for the whole game. It's great, isn't it? Being able to stay up. It's almost like sitting in one spot and not moving for several hours gets you tired. So, yeah, stretch every now and then. The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord.
Objection!
London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on earth. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried.
Objection!
But if it's our right, it's our right. I believe it could prove vital in this trial. The defense's petition is perfectly valid. The court will proceed with a summation examination. This is madness. Foreman, are you and the remainder of the jury ready? Well, I'm not, there's no mention of this in the letter I received, you see, so... All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached their decision. On what grounds? You must all justify your decisions and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty. Hold on, how did this come to be antiquated? Having them give justification seems pretty simple. Or rather, not simple, rather necessary. I mean, you don't have to do that if it's a unanimous thing, but this clearly is not a unanimous thing. At the very least, the foreman should be giving a reason why. So I'm surprised that he's shocked about it. Well, my lord, you rather putting us on the spot. This is most irregular. No mention was made of this before. I don't really hold all this hold with all this justifying lark? That seems to have thrown the jurors off. It seems none of them have experienced this before. Alright then, the summation examination. Defense procedure no practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe. It might be the opportunity we're looking for. To turn this trial around. So be it then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which you find the defendant, Magnus McGilded, guilty of this most serious crime. Oh, okay, this is going to be a whole thing we do every time. Now, because we are dealing with a debtor, and because I suspect that the one who was killed is the debtor, because of the M, I'm thinking that maybe someone here, or maybe multiple of them, because three of them, or well, the two on the left, seem very biased, and the guy with the knife seems to not care. And we can dismiss the guy that doesn't care, kind of, because he's probably a red herring. But the two on the left definitely seem biased and confused. Not confused, but panicked. So I'm wondering if maybe they are doing this because of the debts? I'm not sure. And there was no one else inside the carriage at the time, so it has to have been him. I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers with fares totaling 20 pence. He stuck the chap next to him, just like this. Brazen, I must say. Absolutely brazen. Ooh, that's wrong. Oh, that's so wrong. Because the coachman said it was the opposite way. Reverse script. I have simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far, and drawn the logical conclusion. You can trust the guild. Fair fares is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years. Oh, the jury's contradicting itself. He said there's a total of 20 pence he earned, but this guy said there was 4 pence per person. But there's only 4 people, that should be 16 pence. This scoundrel stabbing that poor man on the floor, it beggars belief. I'm starting to wish I hadn't pushed for this now. Some of the jurors didn't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they? Hold on, how do I use this? Do I have a thing that says how much he earned? No, I don't. How unfortunate. I guess we'll just have to press the jury then? Oh, we read that one. Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. I'll have to throw everything I can at them, and use very persuasive language. Just a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. According to my book, that's not quite how it works. Oh? I thought I was going to have to thaw their icy minds with some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant. I mean, that would work in a normal jury. Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says. But then, they've reached their conclusions by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, it could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they may become. Then what on earth am I supposed to do? Oh dear, I'm just citing what I've read about British law, Mr. Naruhodo. Right, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make this work, then? Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the jurors' own words to make your arguments. What do you mean? Oh, okay, wonderful. I was gonna bring up, are we gonna have like a Danganronpa style mechanic where I can take one person's words and put it against someone else? That is perfect. Well, the 6 members of the jury are randomly selected members of the public. They may appear to present a united front, but the truth is, they are complete strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together. And that's the way to break them down, you mean? Yes, exactly. We must listen very carefully to what each of the members of the jury says, and see if we can identify any contradictory statements. If we can, we then contrast the statements and pit the corresponding jurors against each other. I see. So it's contradictions in what 2 or more jurors say that we're looking for. In a way, then, this is similar to a regular cross-examination. Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Find contradictions in their statements and pit the jurors against each other to make them break down. Alright, I might be able to pull this off. No, that's not right. I have to pull this off. Can we start proceedings, Council? I would ask you to take a stand for this. I'm expecting a clear and conscious rebuttal. Or concise rebuttal. Yes, my lord. Oh my, every time I hear yes, my lord, I think of Code Geass. Oh, it's just a good show. It really is. I know I mentioned earlier that I don't really rewatch shows often, but I am actually rewatching Code Geass right now because there's someone I'm watching it with. And man, it's so good. Now there is one really very, very controversial moment that we're almost at. We're almost there. But oh man, Code Geass is so great. I love that one. I'm not going to spoil anything about it though. But it's a drama. I think it's drama and action actually. It's a bit weird because it's a mecha show, which makes it action by default. But the thing with mecha shows is that they are almost always just dramas that just happen to have giant robots. And that's exactly what Code Geass is. It's a drama that happens to have giant robots. And to be fair, the giant robots matter more in Code Geass than they do in a lot of other similar shows. Not so much shows, but shows with similar vibes. Because it's about a rebellion. But yeah, no, it's the people that really make it. Oh, I love it so much. Now then, let's see. Yeah, we need to take this one. We're going to pit it against this.
Objection!
Those two statements clearly contradict each other. They do. Explain yourself, Council. Me? Oh dear, what have I said? I swear on Silver Blaze's maiden name, I haven't the first idea what you're talking about. According to the group testimony we've heard so far, there are 4 passengers on the omnibus on the night in question. And according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 20 pence in fares. Quite right. I have those precise details typed nicely here in front of me. And the juror number 5 also told us the following. The fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence. That it is. A fair and convenient price, single price. Just the way London's carriages should be operated. But that doesn't make sense at all. Or that doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy about the facts. Why, man, why? 4 passengers paying 4 pence each. If you do the multiplication... it would be 16 pence. Exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. The figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. Or precisely, 1 person's fare. 1 person's fare? Yes. In other words, on the omnibus that night, it's distinctly possible that there was another passenger we've heard nothing about. Good gracious. This can't be right. The coachmen of the guild are good, honest men, one and all. Trustworthiness is our watchword. The figures your coachman claims most certainly do not add up. Your watchword, good sir, is a fallacy. I beg your pardon. Mr. Guildmaster, I think you have to consider that if this trial were to end now, the news will surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he let a nefarious character ride his omnibus. All right then. How do I make it so this miserable trial doesn't end, Well, according to my book here, you simply launch a ball of fire to the innocent side to set this innocent-sided set of scales. Now hold your horses there, coachman. We were all in agreement. Why do you have to go and... Wait till I get my hands on you, Beppo. There we go. Nice and simple. This is all very irritating. Begging your pardon, sir. I'm going to do the same. Oh, and the sheet behind them tells me how they currently stand. That is interesting. If this game was not fully scripted, I think they could have done a really interesting mechanic with this. For the love of Mike, not you as well. A penny can be a difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exacting standards in financial matters. Oh, really? I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witness again. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo, you did it! If we can manage to change 2 more jurors' minds, we can force the trial to continue. 2 more. Actually, there is something else that's bothering me about a couple of their assertions. Or assertions. Then that's where we must strike next. So, I need to put 2 more jurors against each other and show there's contradiction in their assertions. Exactly. You can do it. That was monologue. How did she hear that? Well, the scales of justice have shifted, but they still weigh heavy on the side of guilt. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue with your summation examination. Okay, let's see what else we have. He's talking to him like this. You have typed and collated all the statements thus far, made a logical conclusion. Scound. Oh yeah, look at this. You get these 2. They're stabbing in opposite ways.
Objection!
Those 2 statements are completely contradictory. What? Explain, counsel, post haste. Oh, dearie me. I was only knitting a jumper for my other half. What is all this claptrap? What does contradictory even mean, I ask you? We've heard from more than one witness that they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3. What? Did you see I'm busy here? How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was it? Huh, want to test me, do you? It was like this, stuck into the fellow next to him without even getting up. Just like a prim banker said. Or just like the prim banker said. Yes, that was Mr. Fairplay's testimony. Quite true. Now then, juror number 6. Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do for you, young man? How would you say the defendant was stabbed, madam? Oh, well, dearie, as far as I understand it, it was like this. He stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so. Now don't move. Take a look at these 2 jurors. He stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor. Well, I never. They're stabbing in totally different directions. What? Oh, bless my stitches. What a muddle. What this tells us is that there's a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth. Oh, but why? Why the dickens would they do that? I don't know that yet. If this trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Feel bad for the typewriter woman? She's being threatened the whole time. I know. I've actually been thinking that she must be so extraordinarily uncomfortable about that. This actually reminds me of one of my favorite movies, 12 Angry Men. It's an old one. It's black and white and everything, but it's really, really good. And it's about, well, what the title says, 12 Angry Men. Because they've all been selected for jury duty, and they're all gathered up in the room, because almost the entire movie takes place in one room. And they all agree that the defendant is guilty, except for one guy. And this one guy is very adamant that he is not guilty. And the reason this reminds me so much of it, besides it also being a court thing, is because one of the most important things they have is a knife. The knife is the one piece of evidence. It's a switchblade, just like juror number 3 has in the game. And they have a whole thing where they're talking about how would you actually stab with the knife in order to do what, like, to commit the crime. And while they're discussing that, things are getting really, really heated. And they actually physically just show how they would do it using the knife. So they have the one guy who says it's innocent, and another guy who's the whole time has been very vocal about how he must be guilty. And they are very clearly against each other. And they're standing there stabbing, and one of them stabbing a knife towards the other without actually finishing the motion. And it's really tense. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in all good conscience? Lies, you say? Oh, dearie me. I can't abide people telling lies. The scales. I don't believe it. Hold it! Wait! Now hear this, my fellow jurors. I warn you, you cannot listen to this man. Look at him in his black suit. He's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer using magic on all this. If I could use magic, do you really think I'd be putting myself through all this? Answer me this, Dark Jinx. Uh-huh? Me? What exactly is the problem? What if two witnesses have slightly different recollections of events? What of it? Let's say the Shylock did stab the victim as he was sat next to him on the omnibus, and this young dandy saw him do it. And now let's say that the victim collapsed on the floor, and the Shylock stabbed him again, and this old lady saw him do it. Well, what's to say it didn't happen like that, hmm? Who are you calling a dandy, sir? Why, I should take this knife to you. Who are you calling old? Why, I should take this needle to you. They're ready to kill each other now. But could the foreman of the jury be right? The two witnesses see different moments of the crime? It's out of the question. No, because the autopsy report. Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman. What is it, you Dark Jinx? Come on, out with it. What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question. What are you talking about, man? How can you possibly say that? You do realize that I'm only doing my job. As a foreman of the jury, I have a responsibility to steer everyone in the right direction. So, where's your evidence, man? That's what I want to see. I say the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime. If you say that's out of the question, show me some proof. It looks like the only way I'm going to convince him is to present him with something that he can't dismiss. Some irrefutable hard evidence. As you wish. What? I'll give you the proof. It's out of the question that the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime, as proven by the autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen only once. Only once. It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time, which means the witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen two different times. All right, I concede defeat. You know, I'm surprised the typewriter lady didn't turn over. But wait, that means 4 jurors are now leaning not guilty. We've done it, Mr. Naruhodo. We've won. Well, not quite yet. What are you playing at, you dandy fool? Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me. Well, we had a consensus. I said, shut your trap. I know a liar when I see one. And if the chap ever dares cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take this razor blade and shave every last hair off his head. Please tell me he's a barber. Well, in quite a remarkable turn of events, the defense's summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there's no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to adjudicate, and the trial must continue. You know, I'm surprised our boy... Oh, I don't even remember his actual name. Let me see. I want to use his actual name this time. Van Zykes. I mean, I'm surprised Van Zykes hasn't actually said anything this whole time. He's been so quiet. I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I've come to a conclusion. We are, in fact, not going to be finishing this today. I'm realizing this is actually going to be a full and proper case and not a super short one like I thought. Which is fine. Because I really like these big, long cases. Because even though we don't have a, how to say, oh, how do I say? We don't have a investigation or anything. I really am enjoying this. And I don't know. I feel like I'm getting lost on myself. How am I even trying to say at this point? I don't know. the point is, I'm enjoying this, but I do have to go, right? I had to be somewhat responsible. So thank you all for tuning in. This has been Secretly Scuffed. I'm signing off for the last time for quite a while, actually, because like I said, I'm not going to be here next week. And I will see you all later. Goodbye. See you all then. Hold on, did I get the raid right? No, I didn't. I need to open this so I can turn stream off. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you all next time.